Moment you guys have been waiting for. Is Piggy 2 coming out? Well, the answer to that is yes, it is coming out. We don't know when for sure. So maybe a week from now or maybe 2 weeks, like 1 month. What do you guys think when it's coming out? And what do you guys think about the trailer? I want you guys to be involved with this whole Piggy storyline. So here is actually the trailer. Also leave the trailer in the link in the description so you guys can check it out yourself. So I want you guys to have your own opinion, so comment down below what you guys think is actually happening in the Piggy storyline. So as we know of it, Doggy's already infected and he can't become uninfected without a cure, of course. And right now the main point inside the whole Piggy storyline is that we're trying to find a cure, and that Zizzy, Pony, George, and us, the players, are trying to help find the cure. And actually, something has actually gone wrong inside the whole Piggy 2 chapter book. And I call it book because book 1, book 2. Doggy, right? As we know, he has been a cop, and he's already been a cop. Right now, right, he was helping us. And he's probably going through coma as we think about it more and more, right? So just remember those old characters, our favorite characters like Bunny and Doggy. So, you know Doggy is infected. And how is it possible we still like have the memory of Doggy, during the whole trailer stuff? We see Doggy as a police. He's holding a stick, maybe like a police weapon, like, you know those bayonet? It could be that, but it's blue, so it can't be possible, right? But it also could be a camera view of Doggy inside of his memory, because it's not, maybe it was Doggy in his past as a memory, but right now at this current moment of the Piggy storyline, he's not alive. So like what I mean by alive is that he's not himself, right? He's already infected. He can't just bring himself alive, so that won't make sense, right? So Doggy was a police, so he has to be inside of a memory, or like I said, a coma, and they're up to no good because they're experimenting them, and it could be for their own advantage. So as we know of it, Zizzy now is in trouble, as we so every containment has its own history, right? So we know Zizzy is in trouble. Also, I want to add that the Doggy's in the streets. So we know that chapter 2, we were the detective, and Doggy was obviously the police because he was helping us. And we were detectiving with him. We were on the case, and we're just doing our job. We're just like best of buds on the job. And so this actually confuses me because wasn't the chapter 3 map, the hallway, wasn't it also the same as the Piggy 2 trailer, where we saw Doggy also like standing there holding something? So yeah, Bully and Doggy were actually cops, and they arrested people like they were friends, like always had this teamwork motive thing. And now there's a question, right? Is Polly gonna come back? Is Doggy gonna come back? Is Bunny gonna come back? So there's so many questions that's gonna relate to everything. Clarify real quick. I want to hint out that there's so many clues about Piggy 2, In just a minute, I'm going to talk about if all these questions relate or not, or if it makes sense or not, if you know what I mean, right? All the characters we know and love the most. Like, what does it mean for Doggy, Bunny, and Zizzy? So, I'm going to just say it now. Zizzy, the only one that's trapped inside of a containment. And it's kind of strange, right? So, Zizzy's right now in trouble, which is really bad in the whole Piggy storyline because she was the one who helped a lot and actually guided us a lot. Like, she helped us find a new friend like Pony, right? We met Pony and Zizzy, but Zizzy was kind enough to let us know about Pony, and then now we know about her whole like sisters and stuff. So it will be really sad and if Zizzy goes away, but she was the only one inside a containment. You guys look closely. It does look like it was the only one. She was the only one that was inside a containment. It's gonna be really sad if she actually was gonna be infected, and it's gonna be very hard to find another like good character, another important favorite character like Zizzy herself. But I do think she's gonna be infected at the end of this whole story. But Zizzy looks like she's worried. She doesn't know what to do. Like I said, she's being researched, and it's gonna be really like bad, guys. Every containment has its own history, and we actually saw it there because the new wolf skin, we actually don't have a wolf skin, and the most very close skin to it's actually the doggy skin, so the dog family, and then we do have a wolf family inside Peppa Pig. I do think Minitoon's gonna just switch it up, and a lot of hype is going around Piggy 2, and I'm pretty excited. I don't know about you guys, I'm pretty excited. Just put in the comment down below, hashtag Piggy 2. It's pretty cool because we get the delinquent Piggy, and we actually haven't seen a sailor Piggy that's on a cargo boat, and that would be pretty cool. We get like a mini version, not an adult version of a Piggy like chasing you, but you know, a mini version. He's like, looks like he's faster, but he's a lot slower. And maybe we can get like a mini Piggy that goes through walls, like he's evading capture, and you can't even, like, he can go through crevices and walls, and it'll be hilarious to watch, and it will be pretty cool to see that. And we actually never had like a mini Piggy, like what Mousy, like we have a Mousy, but we don't have, like, you know, when at the mall we don't have those like crawling. That's also a pretty cool skin right there. And so I do think that the sailor Piggy was probably captured, like he was stranded and he just got captured to get research, some data about him. Also, about some of these skins, we also get like a ghost, another ghost skins. That would be pretty cool, fit the vibe of Ghosty. And we get another 3 more or 2 more ghost skins, and it just relates to the whole abandoned ship. What I mean by old abandoned ship map is because the cargo, maybe it's an old abandoned cargo, or maybe the old storage, like abandoned storage, but it all comes to play at the end of the day, right? And so this center right here, we're doing research, it's like maybe plotting whoever the sister pig is, they're plotting on something, and they're just doing it with an abandoned old research center, so no one knows what is going on in there. I actually didn't know it was Mrs. P, but if you look closely at the picture, it really is Mrs. P, and it's in the ice, and I didn't even know that. So the next one, we get Pony. So there's glasses on the floor, and we know that it's Pony because the glasses is actually the only character in the group that wears glasses besides his dad, but his dad is actually not in the storyline yet, but maybe really soon. And so we don't know that yet for sure. And so Pony was actually not finding the safe house or the secret potion. He was actually fighting for help because Zizzy's in trouble, and right now the storyline's getting really intense, guys. As you guys know that if Zizzy gets in trouble, he really needs to help his friend, and he probably like find some houses, maybe a large reservation to find some places. He probably doesn't know where the site is, but he do know that that's where Zizzy was last found probably. And maybe he could look for help, maybe some of the people in there, like, where did you last saw Zizzy, or maybe he can help him find Zizzy. So maybe we run across some other adventure, our favorite important characters, maybe something like Doggy or Bunny. And then if we look for a second and go through the whole trailer, we see Bunny for a second, and it brings back that question, is Bunny alive or is she dead? And for that question, she's infected, but it looks like she's a ghost. Maybe it's a secret that like a spirit is haunting us, but it's like a good spirit that leads us to success, because Bunny always wanted to help us, to protect us. And if you saw that in the school map after the exit, she was actually helping us. And Doggy too was actually one to help us, because I think they know us probably because we're like friends. And so we move on to the last scene. Let's just keep it simple, right? The last scene, we see that the Piggy, right? It's obvious Penny, because Penny's all behind this, because she was actually the first family to get tested with this tube thing that Mr. P gave out, and it was actually an infected potion that goes people like who drinks it or gets infected by it goes mad, insane, like gets like red eyes or something, like goes really crazy. That's probably what is happening. So the Piggy family actually infected, so Peppa Pig's family, and we just see, so if you listen to the sound, it sounds like a kid. And who else is a kid? It's most likely George or Penny, and it can't possibly be George, because George was still not infected. Maybe he is patient zero, and maybe he is kind of like those, like maybe Pony too, that gets infected, but they are not infected. Like what I mean is that they sometimes get infected, they turn to like infected mode, and then sometimes they're not infected mode, and they just go around and just become normal. They're just like normal people, but then they're kind of infected. So that's what I'm trying to get from this. And so it's just like it all makes sense, because Peppa Pig, so the sister pig, is the one who's wreaking, like one who's behind all of this, because she's the only like young one besides George, which George is probably the youngest one. Also Zizzy's sisters as well. But that's what I think it is. So comment down below what you guys think it is. And so make sure you guys subscribe to the channel, as it does help out really much, and I do appreciate you guys who do it. And so until then, thanks for watching the video, but till then, toodles.